There's three components to really getting the law of attraction done right in your life in a way that you actually create the reality that you want. Most people think it's a one or a two-step process. So this video will reveal the third one, and you're going to understand how all three of these pieces work together to ultimately put you in a position to create more of what you want. So how did I learn this personally? So when I was in my 20s and my teens, I was creating a reality I did not love, and it was all creation, and I was attracting more and more problems to me one after the next. My relationships were constantly failing in a very similar fashion. My banking situation was a mess. I was constantly bouncing checks and overdrafting my account and always kind of fearfully looking at my account statements to see how much money I had, and I got rent coming up and all those kind of negative vibrations, if you will. And then at some point, things started to shift for me. And it shifted because I went on an internal journey. I started reading the books. I actually got handed Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich book by an investor I worked with at one point in time. And then I was handed the original first version of The Secret DVD, the one with Abraham Hicks. Went down the rabbit hole of Abraham Hicks's Law of Attraction book from 1985, Wallace Wattles' book from the late 1800s, The Science of Growing Rich. So I spent about 2 years. I really kind of cut myself off from the outer world, and I took time to, what I would say is kind of unlace or untie all of the messy connections I had in my head in order to retie them up in a new way to get me on the path to creating my own reality. And even then, it took another 5 to 10 years to really figure this stuff out to where today my life is absolutely magical. I make more money than I ever thought I would, and I've had lofty goals in that world. I've attracted the love of my life into my life. I live in some amazing places. I have plenty of space. It's literally by design. Now, here are the three levels and the three kind of components that you need to work with, the three variables that you need to always be working with within the law of attraction. Number one is your thoughts. That is the key and most important place to start. That's what I had wrong, and that's what all those books helped me sort out, was to get my thoughts going straight. Number two is your vibration. It's your emotional state of being. It's how you feel. That's the second one. And then the third one, and you probably can't see, I'm tapping on my belly because I'm referring to your will center now, or to your gut instinct here. It's the actions that you take, right? So it's thoughts, feelings, and deeds. It's your thoughts, it's your vibration, and it's the actions that you take are all three. And most of the teaching around the law of attraction fall really, really short on the action side of things. And ultimately, to create the life and the income and the lifestyle and the relationship that I have, it's taken an immense amount of action. I still put in 14+ hour days building the cash flow systems and the business systems and the teams, et cetera, to kind of help me live this lifestyle that I'm living. And what we're about to do is we're going to go deeper into each one of these levels for you so you truly understand how A, to work them for yourself, and B, how they all work together. Because ultimately these three levels of your thoughts, your feelings, and what you're doing, your actions, are all one thing. Okay? There's a oneness that comes out of where you're at on all three levels, and they're always going to be in alignment, and they're either going to be in alignment in a shitty direction, like where I was in my 20s creating things I didn't want, or they're going to be in alignment in a way that starts to align synchronicities, what feel like or seem like happen chance meetings with interesting people who potentially turn out to be partners, and that's really where the doors start to open. So number one, it all starts with your thoughts. Our thoughts are able to control our emotions and our actions. There's a phrase I've heard before: if you got stinking thinking, you're going to be creating all kinds of negative stuff in your world, right? So how do you get your thoughts going in a direction? The biggest thing for me, and the biggest trick here for me, is gratitude. 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt, gratitude is one of the most powerful vibrations and one of the most powerful thought processes. When you are thinking about an experience that you had in your past that you're grateful for, or love, when you're thinking of someone or an experience or a moment that had you literally 100% filled in a state of love, it could have been a moment with your kids, it could be a moment with your spouse, it could be even time with your pet, it could be you sitting on a rock in nature in a beautiful scene. When you relive and And when you consciously think about these experiences that you've had in your past, that will put you into a state of vibration of love and gratitude, right? This is how your thoughts precede your feelings. And this is such a key distinction. A lot of people are living their lives and their thoughts reactionary. They wake up in the morning, they grab their phone and they look at all the stuff that's gone wrong in their email, because that's what your email box is your to-do list from other people, and they all want you to do stuff you don't necessarily want to do. They look at social media. The highest ranking posts in social media are usually the arguments, right? That's how the algorithm is triggered. So when people get to bickering about politics and BS, that boosts up in the algorithm because of how much engagement it gets. That's the first thing you see in the morning. Or people turn on the news and they watch about all of the fires and the disasters and the murders and all the problems in the world. And what this does is it plants seeds of thoughts in their heads. And those seeds of thoughts are not positive. Those seeds of thoughts are, the world's going wrong, the world's going to shit, nothing's working, oh my God. Fear is another thought process that comes in, and that moves down and becomes that dominant state of vibration, that dominant feeling that they're living, right? And that's where I was when I was younger. I was constantly I don't look at my bank account as much now that it has plenty in it, to the point where I don't need to think about it. I don't look at it as much now as when I did. When I did, I was always looking like, man, can I pull $20 out? Like I got $23.50, cool. I can go get $20 out, but I got to go to an ATM that's not going to charge me a surcharge fee, right? Am I going to have enough money for rent and da-da-da? I was constantly thinking about my current situation, which was a situation of lack. And that thought, those thought process, that conscious decision to continue to go back and keep looking at my bank account in that situation is what got me in the state of vibration of I don't have enough. And that is what I was attracting via the law of attraction. So there's this odd or interesting kind of transition period where we need to learn to focus on gratitude for what we have. You know, during those years, I had a car that would start every day. I had a job that paid me enough. I had shoes and pants and clothes, and I had food on the table every single day. I had great friends. I was actually living 23 blocks from the beach. I was able to even walk to the beach and go walk around on the beach, an environment that I love to be on. So it literally was a choice. It was a decision to start to focus on other things, to focus on the things that I'm happy about. Now, as I said before, you can look into the past and you can rerun life situations that you've already experienced that bring you into a state of gratitude or a state of love. You can start to observe in your reality. If you can see the setting behind me every time I look out these windows, which is often because I make coffee right there, my kitchen's right there, we're in my living room right now, I feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude, and it puts me in a state of vibration, a peak state of vibration of gratitude, paying attention to what is around me, okay? Then the third way you can kind of leverage this is to future pace yourself and to start to visualize, and this is probably the most difficult part, or imagine is probably even a better word. Imagine yourself living the life you want. Imagine yourself on the back patio of that beautiful house that you want, in that mountain view, whatever it is. If you're an artist, draw out the vision of what you want to experience in your life. If you journal about the experiences, get really specific about the kinds of life experiences that you want. This is the three different ways you're able to use your thoughts. You can focus them on the past, you can focus around your environment now, today, and you can focus your thoughts on the future, but you always need to be focused on what you're grateful for, what you love, and what really you want more of in your life. In a previous video, I taught the perfect day exercise where you write out your perfect day from morning to evening, where you're at, do you drink coffee, lay that out, really write out your perfect day to get your thoughts going in the direction of what you want to create and feel the feelings of having that today. I'll make sure a link to that video pops up above if you want to go through that exercise. It's a really powerful exercise. So that's the thought level component. The last key or the last trick here, read the books, listen to the audiobooks, right? Take the time, watch the YouTube videos. Wallace Wattles' The Science of Getting Rich was written in the 1800s. You can find that book for free. There's a ton, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. There's a ton of older books from in the 1920s and 19 teens when there was this new thought revolution going on. All these books are free, 100% available. Get a library card if you need to. You can get audiobooks from your library card. You can get Kindle books. You can read Kindle on your phone, on any device. If you're watching a YouTube video, you absolutely have the technology needed to get free books on Kindle from your local library, etc. So take the time to read the books about other people. One confusion point I had about the law of attraction, there was this point in time when I was like, okay, so I just need to go act as if I need to go do what wealthy people do. So when I was in college, I would take these days and I would call them millionaire days, right? And I would go out with a friend of mine and we would just kind of walk through town. I lived in a pretty hip little downtown neighborhood. We'd walk around, we'd have lunch, we'd eat out, we'd have a few beers, I'd go buy a new fedora and I'd spend all this money, right? And man, it reinforced that feeling of lack because I didn't really feel like I had it. I was living on student loan debt. I was kind of going through eroding my savings account, and those actions that I thought were wealthy actions actually made me feel more lack in my life. And then I decided to read a book. I'm like, well, what do millionaires do? And there was the book, The Millionaire Next Door. And I actually studied, what do wealthy people do in their lives? I got my thoughts straight, right? I used to think that wealthy people had 2 or 3 Beamers and they lived in that neighborhood. No. Those people are broke. They're living on credit. They're extremely indebted. And truly wealthy people have a specific way of living their lives. And if you want, you can go find the books. You can get the book for free. It's The Millionaire Next Door. Highly recommend that book. And there's hundreds of other books that can help you get your mindset straight. Then, whether you're focused on the past, the present, or the future, your mind doesn't really know. This is why Olympic athletes will spend time going through their routine in their mind, because the body, this kind of biomechanical suit that we're all living in, doesn't know whether it's in the past or happening right now. It fires the same kind of chemicals, the biochemistry, it all fires the same as if it was happening now. So that's your real big hack to getting your thoughts on straight, is focus in the past on things that made you so filled with gratitude that you can feel that gratitude now, so filled with love that you can feel that now. Be observant in your reality, right? I could have been appreciative of the fact that I was so close to the beach, that the weather was 72 degrees every single day, that I had friends around me. I was focused on the lack. A shift in focus changes everything. And then do the journaling, future pace. Look into the future of what do you want to create, write it out, paint it, draw it, do what you do, sketch it out. Get yourself to really feel that experience of having that in the future. That will get your mind right. And when you're in that experience, you won't be able to help but feel the emotions of love and gratitude. And if you want to break down that emotional scale, we use a lot of different terms ultimately to talk about 2 core emotions: positive emotions and negative emotions. And that's really it. Whether you're feeling depressed, fearful, in doubt, confused, overwhelmed, those are all just negative emotions. Or whether you're feeling love or gratitude, which are the most powerful ones, those are the positive emotions. So it's about keeping your thoughts going in a direction through past, present, future, whatever you're focused on, it doesn't matter. Keep your thoughts going in a direction that keeps your state of vibration in this positive realm of emotions. Then comes the real key to everything. And it's the actions that you take from this state of being. What state of being? You're vibrating in a positive manner at this point. Your thoughts are going in the right direction. Your feelings are going in the right direction. And here's what happens. You ever heard of something called your gut instinct? I do believe that everyone in our world knows about the gut instinct. I just had a gut instinct on that one, right? Like, I could tell you that intuition is going to pop up for you. And it's like, oh, I don't know if I believe in that intuition stuff. But gut instinct, every single person does believe in. And you've had experiences where your gut tells you to go this way and you go that way, and all of a sudden, boom, there's a car accident over here, or something happens over here that you avoided because you just had that feeling you should go do this. You need to learn to tune into that feeling. I feel like I should go make a YouTube video today. I felt like I needed to do a 90-day challenge of YouTube videos because I felt from that place that I was in, loved my life, have a great relationship with my wife. I was at a personal development conference thinking, man, what am I going to create in this world? What legacy am I going to live in this world? I felt good being with my wife and going out to dinner and just enjoying that experience. And out of all of that, I had this feel, this instinctual, this intuitive, this gut instinct, this nudge that came from within. Miles, make a video every day for 90 days. And it changed my fucking life. Like this life that I'm living right now that you're watching, this experience of me being a creator, this is all very, very new. I was behind the scenes. It was this little whisper of a voice that is intuition that came up and just said, go do this every day. I was challenged. I was prompted. I got myself to the personal development seminar because I think thoughts like, where can I go to learn more about personal development? Then I went there, right? I got my action involved to get to that personal development seminar. It was, Evolve Out Loud with Kyle Cease is the name of the 2-day seminar. And at the end, he challenged me to do something that scared me every day for 90 days to really push myself in personal development. And that's where I got that intuitive nudge. And what happens is your intuition is trying to lead you in the direction of that vision of what you want. Or stated another way, your intuition is trying to lead you, or it is leading you, whether you realize it or not, in the direction of your current state of vibration, your current emotional state. You see, the law of attraction states that whatever you're vibrating right now, whatever you're feeling right now is what you're bringing more of to you. And your intuition, your subconscious mind, the world, the universe, it does not judge good versus bad. That's a human thing. That's what we do, right? We're constantly judging. We are judging machines. So if you are vibrating as I was in my 20s of lack and not enough and problems, man, I got IRS bills coming in. I got like bounced checks coming back, and one check would bounce and then it bounced another check. And all of a sudden I got 4 or 5 overdraft and bounced check fees. And I got $200 in fees that I can't afford. And I got rent coming up. And I was just in that vibration, bringing it in. My intuition said, go have some drinks tonight. So I'd go have some drinks tonight and I'd bounce my bar tab because I didn't have any money for it. But that was what my intuition was leading me in the direction of more of that vibrational experience that I was currently living. Okay, now on the flip side of this, I'm at a point where I stay in a state of gratitude. Okay, then I think great thoughts. I listen to audiobooks every morning. The first thing I do in the morning is I plug in my headset. I'm listening to a personal development audio program. I just went through Bob Proctor's You Are Rich seminar. It's like a seminar from the 70s. It was kind of goofy because it was like totally 1970s out. Prosperity Consciousness by Frederick Learman. I listen to those books still. I re-listen to them. Psycho-Cybernetics, I'm learning about the subconscious mind, all these things. That puts me in a positive thought process first thing in the morning. I'm walking around making my coffee, looking at this here. That puts me in a state of gratitude. By the time I'm ready to work, I'm feeling intuitively inspired to make this video for you today. Literally, that's what all of this has manifest in this exact now moment for me, is to make you this video. And I don't know why I decided to make this video for you today, but I did. It's a culmination of all those things. It's me listening to that little intuitive nudge to take that one action I can take right now to get this video out for you here. So our intuition is constant, or your gut instinct, or your will center, right? Your solar plexus energy center is constantly urging you and nudging you to go in the direction of doing the things that are going to get you more of what you feel at this exact moment. And your feelings are based on what you're thinking. Therefore, your thoughts precede your feelings, which precede your actions, which is what you are creating in the world. Your actions have created everything that you're experiencing right now, whether you love it or hate it. That's the truth. The emotions are what preceded you taking the actions to create this reality that you're in. Your thoughts that you were thinking, your dominant thoughts, were what preceded that feeling, that preceded you taking the actions and doing the things that got you to where you're at right now. Because we live in a cause and effect universe. That just is the state of being of this universe. And there is no way around this. I'm going to wrap this up here at this point. I appreciate you. I want to know, do you have more questions? Is this clear enough? Do I need to go deeper? If so, let me know which one of these 3 parts makes the least amount of sense to you. If you got an aha moment from this video, let me know down below so I can do more of these. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I believe 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's this game. It's the inner game for entrepreneurs. It's the conversations that you're having with yourself that are determining your future. Because the thoughts, the conversations you're having with yourself control your emotions, and your emotions are what ultimately control the actions that you're taking. If you feel lack, if you feel scarcity, and you're trying to write a blog post to get money because you feel broke, that blog post is never going to work long term. When you think thoughts like, I know that successful entrepreneurs like Miles create lots of content to give value to others. Okay, I know that. it feels good to create and help others. I feel that. Then you start making blog posts with the sole goal of helping others. Now you're on the right path. Here's the trick, right? I've been making videos for over 1,000 days and I made about 530 videos. You got to do that over and over for sustained periods of time in order for those emails to come in order for those affiliate offers to start to be relevant to the audience that you've grown, in order for you to have an audience, in order for you to grow an email list so you can send out a couple of emails and say, hey, there's this really cool product I just bought and I did this last week and I made over $10,000 from a couple of emails. But it's actually all of the work that I've been doing for over 1,000 days to build this audience. And before that, it was all of the 5 to 10 years of work I was doing on my mindset to get that going right in the right direction. So my mindset's in the right direction. So my emotions are putting me in a positive state of vibration. So my nudges are to go do the things to reinforce and help me stay in a positive state of vibration. Then I stuck with it. I've been making money online since 2003. So I've stuck with it for 16 years at this point and I'm just getting started. That ultimately, in my personal opinion, is the true path to success. Again, I hope this has been helpful. Give me a thumbs up, engage, do what you do. If you like these kinds of videos, follow me on Instagram. I'm Miles Beckler. You can find me on any social media at Miles Beckler. I appreciate you. I'll connect with you on the next video. And until we meet again, be well, get your thoughts straight, stay positive, stay excited, look around your world for things that make you glow, feel that glow, and then listen to those nudges, feel that pull of what you're drawn to do and go do it. You never know when you're going to meet your next mailing partner, your next JV partner, you never know where it's going to go when you take actions in those directions. Magic can happen. I appreciate you and I'll catch you on the next video. Cheers.